Welcome to this IRBCAM demo. In this demo we will demonstrate 8-axis robotic machining. The robot has 6 degrees of freedom. We have a linear track and a rotary axis. The first step is to load an APT file. The APT file has been generated by a CAM software package. Once the APT file has been loaded, we can go View, Combination View. And we see here the X, Y, Z. These are the 3 degrees of freedom of the toolpath. If we click over here on the coordinates, we also see the tool vector, which contains the other 2 degrees of freedom. So in total, this toolpath from the APT file now has 5 degrees of freedom. The points over here are red because the robot configuration and the remaining 3 degrees of freedom have not been configured. So the next step is we want to configure this setup. We go Tools, Configure Path. This next screen shows is red at the bottom here, which means the robot cannot reach the first target, which is over here. By changing, for example, the rotary axis angle from 0 to 180, all of a sudden this first target has become reachable. However, we are not happy with this robot configuration here, so we can also change the robot tool roll angle. So if we make that one 90 degrees, we have a better configuration here for this robot. Then we want the linear track to move only in the negative direction. This is to avoid the track going forwards and backwards in small steps, which could reduce accuracy, for example because of friction or backlash. Then we want the rotary axis to move dynamically. This means that the IRBCAM will try and keep the tool vector angle here constant as the object rotates. Then we go OK. In this case there are 5,800 coordinates in the system, and IRBCAM is now filling in the missing 3 degrees of freedom for all those coordinates. Here everything goes through, all targets are configured. And we see over here that the coordinates change from red to green color. We can now go through the list and see how this system is moving. We see that the rotary axis is turning, the linear track is moving, and the IRBCAM keeps the spindle vector more or less vertical. We can scroll down further towards the end. We can also have a look at View, Rotary Axis. We see here that the rotary axis is doing 0.90 degrees to 181 degrees. This red circle here illustrates the current point, how the rotary axis is turning. We can view a linear track. This red circle shows the current location of the track. Notice that the track starts at 5.6 meters and move in the negative direction only towards 1.6 meters. This is how we specified it when we configured the path. Finally, we want to save this as rapid code. We can go to Rapid Options. We see here that the rotary table is axis number 7, the linear track is axis number 8. Rapid, save rapid. And this generates the final rapid code, which can be loaded into all of the ABB controllers from S4 to S4C, S4C+, and IRC5.